Alright guys, this is kind of strange. I'm at work and I've got to do I have to do an update, and I can't do it here with albums shit that's come in recently, and I have to do a two-part answer series, I guess, to the questions you guys gave me. Thanks a lot, by the way, my friends. They asked me questions. So tonight at work, there's going to be no background music. You fucking hear a movie playing in the background on the TV. Sorry about that. So I want to do a shout out first. Let me sit down. I want to do some shout outs. I wanted to do this before the year was up because, well, there's a lot of people that's kind of helped me get to this point, really. So first, for the shout outs, first and foremost, fucking Canyon. He was one of the first dudes to reach out. Actually, the second one probably. I think another guy here I'll get into in a second did before him. But Canyon not only reached out, but we clicked real quick, and then he did that amazing fucking shout out video, dude. A specific video just for me, and I'm not even sure how deserving I was of that, but it was fucking amazing, and I've gained at least 300 subscribers because of it. And I love the dude, you know. He kind of took me under his big fucking black bat wing and held me ever so gently into his bosom, and I went up into his eyes. No, for real. I love the dude, and without that, I'd probably be stuck at still, you know, less than 200 subs. So I hope I'm worthy of it. I hope you guys halfway enjoy what I do. I know for the most part, these guys that I'm going to get into today are real pros at it, and I don't really watch my own vids because I'm afraid, you know, I'll see something I don't like and not post it. And then recently I glanced at a couple, and I watch these guys who kick ass at. I go, fucking flapping my gums like an idiot. So I enjoy that you guys interact with me. That's the biggest part of it. Excuse me. Is all the people he's brought to me, and now I'm able to talk with all you cats, and I love it. So Canyon, thank you, dude. Love you. Next is Eric Bauer. He was actually the first one to reach out to me because I'm not even sure if I had a video posted before he did. He's seen somehow the channel was coming, and he said to me before I even had a fucking first video up. And he's completely destroyed my wallet when it comes to funds because everything he turns me on to, dude, I end up buying that shit. And you'll see in the next update probably. But Eric Bauer, go check his channel out. If you ain't subbed to him, then fuck your mothers. About that. Next, how about Josh Armillo? Runner JMA, I think is what his channel is. Best fucking reviews on YouTube. Dude's fucking awesome. He gets, you know, apparently there's some dickheads out there flapping lips like they do. I've had to deal with a couple fucking weirdos too, and I see it all the time with Infidel and Mike Seatown. People just talk shit. So we all know that the keyboard bandits out there, probably these guys live in their mom and dad's basement, fucking smeared in peanut butter, wearing their grandma's panties, fingering their fucking asshole. That's what they do all the time. So in order for them to not kill themselves on a daily basis, they have to somehow feel like they're grabbing their dick every once in a while. And I guess that's how they do it. They run their gums to people on Facebook or whatever, YouTube. Fuck them. So Josh is a badass. We've been talking a lot lately, and I'm glad to know the dude. Plus, his channel's amazing. So go check him out. Next, Mike Seatown. He gave quite a few of us a shout out in one of his last videos, dude. Thank you. I'm amazed that you even fucking know who I am. So I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I've been talking to Dave Main. His channel, Backmasking. You should be all over that shit. This guy's amazing. What do we got? Got Count Blags. I like that fucker too. We talk a little bit on Facebook. Hope to get to know him a lot better. Wyatt XM, he's turned me on to a lot of good music too. Check out all these guys' channel, man. They're well worth it. I'm sure you already fucking have. If you're subscribed to me, then you're all over them too, right? What's next? I think that's about it. There's a tape distro out there called Teutonic Satan. I can't remember the dude's name, but I'm going to post a link into this video within the next day or two for him, for all these guys. Yeah, he has a tape distro, and it's active, but he's not bringing any new shit in. This is what he's told me, but he's still got 85% of the stock he has. I found a couple fucking tapes. One I've been looking for, Temple of Azoth. I'll show you guys that soon too. I didn't even have the money right away to get it. He sent it to me and let me pay a couple weeks later. Amazing. Like I said, I'll post that shit in the link too, or that link in the shit too. Thanks. And I hope I didn't miss anybody, but that's all I got written down here. Like I said, these guys are badasses, so subscribe, please. Okay, now I'm going to do some questions. I can't do a whole lot here because I'm afraid somebody's going to come through the fucking gates or whatever, fucking phone call, piss me off. I'll get all the way through this fucker and somebody will call. So let's do some questions. Let me get a drink, sorry. Some cold ass coffee. First, I'm gonna do Canyons. He had like 11 fucking questions, so let's knock them out. His first one was some of my favorite 2014 releases. The Blue House Nord, I think that was last year, man. I'm pretty confused on what's coming out, especially last year, so I can't really remember fucking if it was 2013, 14, or 15, and that's sad, but I do a lot of dabs. If that one come out last year, that was a good one. The Thantafaxith, was it Sacred White Noise or some shit like that? I love that motherfucker too. Ascension's The Dead of the World. That's probably my favorite of 2014. That's just some of them. So let's get on to the next one. Most Wanted Records. Dude, fuck. If I had $15,000 to spend tomorrow on all records, that still probably wouldn't even touch the surface. And I look at your collection and basically want to just come over and fucking jizz all over them. So maybe one day you'll let me do that. But some of the shit, you know, there's a lot of bands I have only 1 or 2 fucking albums of, and I need to complete a discography. So I have all the Satanic War Masters I want to get for sure. There's a lot of Devil's Blood that I still have to get, and I don't want to just get any cheap piece of shit. I want the diehard packages, and they are fucking running. So hopefully I can get some of that, or all of that someday. I think I only need 2, but and also the Nightbringers, dude, they're coming out with, I think they're all being put out in these amazing packages. I recently got one in, and you'll see in the next update. All these Nightbringers that are coming out in fucking beautiful diehards, gotta have that shit. What's next? Bands I want to see live, of course, most of them are probably dead. I mean, if there's a possibility I can see them, then they probably aren't going to make the list because I can, at some point, see them. But I have down here, of course, The Doors, The Devil's Blood. I know a lot of you guys got to see Archgoat last year. I'd love to see them fuckers live. I love that shit. Bolzer, I'd love to see live. Of course, John's dead now, but Dissection, that would be... There's some top goodies for you, Canyon. I hope you like. If I could fuck a guy in a band, I think was the question. While making eye contact the entire time, it would be probably Jim Morrison. He's been dead for 30 years, and I'd probably still fuck him. So there's your answer for that. If I had to save a few records, if there was a fire and I had to pull some records out, I guarantee after I got my family out of that motherfucker, records are the next to come out the door. But of course, all my Devil's Blood would be the first to go. Everything else I could, figure out, but those fuckers are coming with me. What's the next one? If we had a gay weekend, what would it be like? Well, your old lady would be pissed off, and I'd probably just ruin you. You know, you'd have to go get some skin grafts and shit like that. There'd probably be no eye contact, even though I love you to death, but I'd probably just use you up and spit you out, and that would be the weekend. It'd probably be during some type of metal fest. We might say we went to Vakken or something like that, right? Just think about it. Picture it. And the next one was, his last one was bands with 3 members that I think would be most likely to have STDs. And for sure, Shitfucker. Those guys, yeah, that's some sick shit. Shitfucker and Pissgrave's the only ones I got down there that I could think of. They're sick humans, and I'm sure they're carrying a little shit. Maybe a little clappage. I mean, I don't know. You can ask, but that's my guess. Canyon, thanks for the questions, brother. Hope you had good holidays too, man. Next, James Alexander. Number 1. Metal bands that I hate. What's sad is most of the metal bands that I despise now is shit that when I was very young has started to, that was the shit that was getting me off, like Slayer, Metallica, and Megadeth, dude. That shit's it's shit. You know what I mean? It's turned into complete and utter just fucking crap. Another one who I don't consider them to be a shitty band by any means, but Slipknot kind of gag me. You know what I mean? I think they're like the poor man's black metal band. I don't know. I don't get it. So that's the only answers I got for you on that one, brother. Which musicians, alive or dead, would I like to hang out with and get baked? Definitely Salim Lamucci, John Notveet from Dissection, Jim Morrison. Those are the only three I can think of, dude. People I'd want to pick their brains. There you go. Worst experience high. A couple years ago, I drove through a fucking checkpoint on the 3rd of July. And I seen it coming, and I thought that fuck it, I hadn't been drinking, and I drove through there, and apparently I reeked of weed. And I ended up getting a DUID for pot on that, and I'm still dealing with that fucking shit, dude. Same sobriety test they give you when you're drunk for alcohol, when you're on, for alcohol testing, it's the same shit. They pull you out and give you the same tests. And then I was stupid and agreed to take a blood test, and it came up double the legal limit, which is 5 nanograms or something like that. Mine was 9 point something. But I know a chick who's in Denver who beat a case. Hers was like 19. They have to be able to prove that, your inability to drive is because you're baked, and that's impossible to do at this point. I heard they're coming up with some shit, though. Fuck them. So, there you go. Don't get me going on it. I can't read this last one, dude. Do I think that a lot of people get into extreme metal because of the imagery? Yes, I think that's why you see a lot of shitty bands that, aren't even satanic, and they use you throw an upside down cross and a fucking inverted pentagram on there, and kids, they eat it up like they're idiots. But honestly, there's very few true satanic bands out there that practice what they preach. They live by their own shit, and those are the ones I'm into. So James Alexander, thanks, brother. I hope that answers them. Number 3, let's go Wyatt X Hymns. Coffee or tea? I prefer coffee with 2 lumps. No, I do like coffee better than tea. When I grew up with my mom and my sister, and she had me hooked on tea. But yeah, I like the buzz that coffee gives me. So I don't butt chug it, though. I recently seen that, and I don't butt chug coffee or cough syrup. I haven't even thought about it. Next, I like Nathrok. You know what, dude? Honestly, I had hardly got into him until you mentioned him recently. And the more I listen to, the more I like. Yes. Do I know that you're jealous that I can smoke weed because it's legal here? Of course I know that, bro. Of course. Number 4. Favorite non-metal bands? Dude, I don't have a lot. I like old Radiohead, Hank 3, David Allan Coe. Of course, Johnny Cash. Not much more than that. Not much more. I'm too old to go backwards. So that's all for Wyatt XM. Thanks, brother, for asking those. Hope I wasn't too mongoloidish for them answers. Next is JC Ace. Favorite album cover? I like the original Come Reap album cover for the Devil's Blood, and Salim actually had that tatted on his side. You could see it in some interviews. It's really rudimentary, but I dig that shit. It's I believe it's a crazy drawing of the Reaper or something like that. Maybe it was Kali. I'm not sure. I'd have to check up on it. I like the Rain Chaos, the 11 pointed hendecagram. I think that's what it's called. Actually, Eric Danielson from Wataine's the one who drew that. And any Dissection album. I like all their fucking album covers, dude. Next is favorite country for black metal. I like Sweden because when it comes to truly satanic metal bands, them fuckers are in the forefront, and they've been at it for a long, long time. I like the USA too, and then me and Canyon were talking about it about a month ago. Finland, dude, he was telling me he named off like 25 fucking bands from Finland. They're fantastic. I didn't even know half of them would come from there, but that's it for JCA's. Thanks, brother, for asking. Next is Rebecca Wallace, and she asked favorite black metal band. Right now, I like, for pure black metal, I like Cosmic Church, I love them fuckers. I'm hoping for a full length this year from them. And Black Celice, I really like them too. I've got a lot of shit in the mail on the way from Black Celice. And that's all I can come up with right now because, I don't know, pretty hot. Rebecca also asked, sativa or indica? Both, because if it's during the day, then I prefer the sativa side of it because it'll keep you awake. There's a strain out there called Green Crack. That's the only strain I've ever smoked that actually gives you the jitters, man. It gives you amped up. And then when I want to go to sleep, I smoke indica. But for the most part, I've been doing dabs a lot lately, and going back to just smoking pot after that's quite do it. Next, her next question: best black metal show I've been to. Honestly, because of the bands in it, was the I think it was 2012 Decibel Magazine tour with the Devil's Blood, Behemoth, Watain, In Solitude, and Nightbringer, dude. Yeah. Next is, that's all for Rebecca. Rebecca Wallace, thanks for the questions. Next is Charlie Pettifer. I hope I said that right, man. Favorite black metal vocalist? Fuck, that's tough. Not Beat from Dissection was awesome. Oh, that's a tough one. Another one is fucking Jeff Whitehead from Leviathan, dude. That dude can do it. Even when he fucking moans and groans, it sounds killer. Yeah, there you go. John and Jeff, how about that? Is that it for him? No, next was best bands with bands with best lyrical content. The Devil's Blood, Watain, a band called Dodds Fault, Mepharash, bands like that. Those are truly satanic lyrics, man. Check those guys out. Fuck, if you want to hear real shit, that's it right there. Dissection for sure, but the Devil's Blood, his lyrics are amazing. Yeah, if you can get it a chance, there's a site on online. I can't remember the name of it, but it has basically any lyrics you want to fucking check out. So check out the Devil's Blood. Next. Oh, that was it for Charlie. Thanks, Charlie. Next up is Pure Black Metal. His first one is favorite depressive DSBM band. Right now, I'd say Ghostbath, dude. But overall, of course, Xasthur. But I think that dude's turned into a bit of a fucking pansy. Kenyon was sending me some pictures of him. He's got long hair, dyed black. He's a fucking weird dude. Not quite out there as this Streborg guy, because he's a fucking loon, but he totally turned me off when I seen that one man black metal show. The Streborg guy was, whoa, fuck him. Next. Best part of doing YouTube videos, getting to talk to other people, man. Getting to interact with cats. It's hard when you know, even if you live in fucking Manhattan, you're gonna run out of shit. I'm trying to find people into things like I am, and I found it for the most part. Canyon and Eric were the first ones, and they just keep coming through, man. Yeah, I guess I hope that answers it. Let's do a couple more. Aaron McCormick. I hope that's right, dude. Aaron asks. He asked me how I got into metal. Oh, fuck. That's a tough one, dude. I was really young. I used to spin crazy shit like Dr. Hook and Black Sabbath. My dad had a record player when I was a kid, and I actually used to spin that shit and love it. I guess that was the first of it, and then came I guess it's different because then came GNR and that Appetite for Destruction with, you know, that fucking lights your blood on fire, and then came the second wave of black metal for me, and just I'm not gonna name off all the bands, but yeah, man, that's how it went for me basically. Baby steps. Next is do I like Stoner Doom? Not a whole lot, man, and the only Stoner Doom album I own is by Weed Eater, Goliath, and I do like Weed Eater a lot, dude. Them fuckers he's got a black metal voice, and I play that shit. I got a couple huge infinities coupled with a couple smaller bows, and I play that shit and go outside afterwards. My house moved fucking 3 inches to the right. So yeah, that's about all I'm into, but I do like that. One album I take on a desert island, The Devil's Blood, Thousandfold Epicenter. Next, Caveworm Metal Party. Man, I hope I said that right. That sounds right though. Favorite strain? Lately I've been into Kushes, and I like growing Kushes too, man. That shit's like, Kush is like licking a basement floor. I mean, it's fucking cushy. It's dank. And my favorite strain would be Pre 98 Bubba Kush. And I've only recently started growing that. And if it's growing organically and it's got that earthy taste to it, that is fucking amazing. Next, preferred way to smoke. Lately, it's been dabs. I didn't want to be. I've known people who have done dabs full straight for a year, and they're full on fucking retards at the end of it. I mean, their IQ drops down to about 73, and that's jar baby shit. Head in a jar. But yeah, I like dabs. Do I play any instruments? No. I wrote a lot of vocals and I've sung for a couple bands, but it's hard to couple. My vocals are more like we used to do a lot of Behemoth covers and shit like that. It's just too low to, and it was kind of before bands like Evangelist and shit like that started to come out, because dude, they're coupling the death metal vocal style with fucking. There's no explanation for that style of music, but yeah, that's good shit. Comeback bands that I don't know, man. Most of them are missing people because they're dead and that will never return, like Dissection and Devil's Blood. I guess the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that actually could happen but probably never will is In Solitude. I like those guys. Yeah, that's it. I'd have to think about that for a minute. Next, last one, King Deathslayer 9999. What do I think of the recent cassette revival? Honestly, dude, at first I thought it was shit, because I grew up where tapes was the shit. You know what I mean? I'll be 40 in February. Tape was the shit. I used to have a full tape collection by the time I was 11 or 12. And I remember asking my dad one time if he'd take me to the store so I could buy a tape. And he said, yeah, but only if you get the new Guns N' Roses. And then off I went. Actually, and until I got the first tape I've got lately was the new Tetragrammaticide. And once I got it in my hand, dude, I fell in love with it all over again. So yeah, I've already got a set of about 10 tapes, and I've probably got a half a dozen more coming in, dude. So yeah, I like it. And anything that allows you to collect music, I think, is fantastic. It's a good hobby, but I mean, you could easily be out there fucking. It's about the same amount of money you'd spend on a fucking heroin habit. Honestly, it's fucking expensive, but well worth it. And that's it for the questions, dude. And we are 22 minutes in. So let's stop right now because nothing's went off yet. I'm lucky my phone don't blow off the fucking wire and my fucking monitors cave in right now. But yeah, man, thanks for a great. I've only been doing this a few months, and it was a fucking fantastic year for that. Other things kind of sucked, but we're off to a new one. Made lots of new friends. Thank you guys for the questions. I hope I wasn't, I feel like I'm rambling. So let's just go ahead and end it. My name's Damon. This is Dank Buzz Black Metal. Thanks for watching, guys.